I Got the Hell Out does contain explicit content that might not be suitable for some listeners, such as children, those that easily get offended, and we do recommend that listeners at work put your earbuds in if you have coworkers around.
And if you like the show, please spread the word by telling as many people as you can. Would also appreciate if you would subscribe, rate, hopefully with 5 stars, and review the podcast on iTunes. You can find us there as well as on Stitcher and Overcast. You can follow us on Twitter at WasInACult, on Facebook at I Got the Hell Out, and on Instagram at I Got the Hell Out with an underscore after each word. You can contact us through our website at IGotTheHellOut.com.
Hi, this is Debbie.
And I'm Laura.
And this is another episode of I Got the Hell Out.
Now, before we get into the episode and start laughing and, making fun of each other and things, we want to mention something on a serious note with the news the last week with the...
recent suicides, Kate Spade.
Yeah, and Anthony Bourdain. We just wanted to talk about the suicide hotline. First of all, I want to say, as I am a mental health advocate, I do have a blog. It's called The Pharmacist on Mental Health, and I also have spoken for NAMI, which is the National Alliance on Mental Illness. This is one of my, platforms that I talk about a lot.
It's a very good one.
And first thing is, I hate when people say they committed suicide, because they didn't commit anything. You don't commit cancer. You don't commit a heart attack. You die from a heart attack. You die from cancer. You die from suicide. It's just like this little thing we're trying to, to end the stigma. We're trying to, rephrase that, because these poor people, they just want the pain to end. They're not you know what I mean? They literally feel they have nothing.
I don't suffer from that long term, but there have been several times in my life that I thought I would rather go to bed and wake up dead just because things were happening. Like when I left the cult and I filed for divorce, I spent 2 weeks in bed, and I honestly thought, would my children be better off just living in the cult with their father, and I was gone.
Right.
And all I can say is I kept talking in my head, and I don't suffer from it chronically. I can't imagine that.
It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. But what I'm asking from everybody that's listening, I know some people are driving right now and can't do it, but at some point I want you to write down on a piece of paper.
They can also Google it.
They can, but I want them to have this number written down. It's 1-800-273-TALK. 1-800-273-8255. That is the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. And the reason I want you guys to write it down is not because, you might never need it personally, but you never know if you're going to be out, say, at a bar or a party or at work or even hanging out with a friend that might be trying to reach out to you.
I had a friend, I'm not going to say her by name, but the other day she was hanging out with me, and she's very unhappy in her relationship. She's unhappy where she is in life. And she confided in me. She says, Deb, I feel like going home and just killing myself tonight. And I called her 3 times that night just to make sure that she was okay. And the next day, she's like, why the hell are you blowing my phone up last night? And I'm like,
because
I love you, man.
I care, right.
I love you, and you didn't answer. She ended up going home and going to sleep, which, a lot of depressed people do.
Right. Oh, I know that well.
But she did get back to me, and the next morning, I told her why. And she's like, oh, I love you. And I'm like, I love you, too. There's a lot of people that love you, even when you can't see it.
Right.
Or feel it.
Right. And sometimes you need to do more than that. Sometimes you being there is definitely a huge help. But sometimes they need to talk to somebody that is a professional this hotline.
My sister, she was going through some shit a few years ago, and she lived probably 10, 15 minutes from me, and I called her that morning, and she reluctantly answered the phone, and I told her, I says, I'm coming over there. And she's like, no, I'm not going to answer the door. And I told her, I says, well, I'm going to beat on your door, or I'm going to go talk to your apartment manager, and I'm going to get in somehow. I'll call the police and have a well check on you. I says, I don't expect you to talk to me, but I'm just going to come and sit next to you. I am fluent in silence. And she reluctantly let me in. And I was probably there for about half hour, 40 minutes, and she commented on the birds she could hear outside, just out of the blue. And I commented back, yeah, those are really pretty sounding. And about 5 or 10 minutes later, she commented something else. And within another half an hour, we had a conversation going. She told me several years later that helped so much. Just the simple fact that
Somebody was there.
even though we weren't talking, she knew somebody loved her enough
Right.
to come sit with her in silence with the drapes drawn,
Right.
staring at the
I just
TV
got the
set.
chills.
And sometimes that's all it takes. Kindness doesn't cost a damn thing. Spread that shit around, people. Honestly,
Exactly.
Smile at people while you're out.
Exactly.
The old lady that you see in Walmart might be the only smile she's seen all week.
Exactly.
So
And people write this number down. Like I said, you never know when somebody is going to need it. And if you ever, you hand them that slip of paper with the suicide hotline number on it, you may never know that you saved their life, but there's a good chance that you could. So
Correct.
Write that number down, keep it in your wallet, in your glove compartment somewhere, so you have access to it, because you never know when you're going to come across somebody that might need some help.
love everybody, guys. Come on, let's show some love and some support for everybody.
Okay, now on to some funny shit.
Some fun shit?
Some fun shit.
We're on to fun shit? Okay. Laura,
starting?
Do you know what day today is?
Today is Saturday.
Pagan.
What? Today's Saturday.
According to you in the pagan world.
Oh.
Okay.
What does the cult say it is?
I'm going to give a shout out to Betty on this, because Betty gives every day. She tells us what day.
Who the hell's Betty?
An ex-cult member.
Oh, okay.
She's my friend on Facebook.
Okay.
But every day from Betty, today is actually, the lunar date is the 3rd day of the 4th week, the 24th day of the 2nd moon, and the 38th day on the count of the Omar. That's what
What the
today
ever-loving
is.
hell is that?
Now, I told you, living in the cult, they control everything down to how you do things, how you speak. And the title of this episode, as I decided, was Things We Do Not Say.
And we're going to go through why they don't talk about the days of the week or the months. We're going to go through all of this stuff. It's going to be like a history lesson for you people.
Oh, we got a bunch of stuff. I'm going to start today, though, in culty corrections and updates. A couple of people reminded me why we weren't allowed to do sports or watch any sports on TV. Okay? Are you ready?
Yep, why not?
Because professional athletes drink blood in order to make themselves meaner.
What?
And they're more,
Professional athletes
drink blood. Human blood. Yes, human blood.
Where the hell do they get this from?
I don't know, but I totally forgot about that. Now, wait a minute, okay? I have a quote from a member here.
Oh, my God.
That I have to pull up, that she said every time that she watches a football game, she thinks of all of these football players.
Drinking human blood.
They're in the locker room, and they have
Instead of Gatorade.
frosted beer mugs full of blood, and they're chugging it, and she giggles every time.
Oh,
now that's
God.
my friend that was in the picture on Facebook that I posted.
Oh, the one you were in football shirts.
Yes, we
Doing
actually
some pagan things.
we were breaking a lot of freaking rules. Her husband was an elder, and
Wait, did he go too?
oh yeah.
Oh, so he was breaking the rules.
I have a picture of the 4 of us, but I'm not giving either asshole glory by appearing on my shit. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Okay.
But shout out to you, Stace. Yeah, we got drunk the night before. We went to the football game, and by the way, we're wearing Jets jerseys because my ex is from New York. Okay. Now, it just so happens that the state we're in, which is not New York, the Jets won the game.
Oh, is
We
that
are
funny?
in full face paint. We are wearing home shirt and away shirts.
Oh
And
my
the
God.
elder is talking shit to everybody who's walking out of the stadium. Now, if you've ever been to a sporting event where your team loses,
Yeah.
everybody's pretty much walking out in silence, in
Yep.
sorrow.
They're like heads hung down low. The whole bit.
Yeah. Now, take into account some assholes in full face paint and
Some
jerseys.
cult members.
Well, they wouldn't have known we were cult members. But still, we are the opposing team, and he is talking shit to people
Oh my
as we're
God.
walking to the vehicle. And one of the opposing team guys actually looked at him and was like, do you really want to make it to the parking lot alive or not? And like me and his, Stace and Kenny are trying to go, dude, calm it down, calm it the fuck down. And yeah, we were getting dirty looks and everything else. But yeah, we did a lot of things in that picture that we weren't supposed to be doing. So that's why we are not allowed to watch sports.
Because they drink blood.
They're drinking blood in the locker room.
Okay.
I've personally never seen it in an interview, but look for them red lips.
That's right.
Maybe some vampire teeth.
Fangs.
I'm not quite sure. We had a contest for lippy shit.
Lippy shit, yes. And the winners of the lippy shit contest.
We had two. We had two in another faraway land.
England, yes. And the winners are Shannon, Dana, Anna, Brittany, Maddie, Sarah, Jennifer, Sunny, Kathy, and by request, the lovely Rachel Cawley.
Oh, right. Yes. The person who actually won it wanted to shout out to somebody else. So, hi, Rachel.
Hey, Rachel.
All right. And I dug out my favorite lippy shit because you were talking about chicken shit, lippy shit.
Right. What's yours?
My favorite is...
you actually have the tube right here.
I do. It's Wash Away Your Sins Lip Balm. It is Monk's Special Reserve, okay? It is cheap red wine flavor.
Oh, nice.
It is handy salvation for the sinner on the run. It is redemption in a stick. And the instructions say, rub lips together to boost powerful sin purging action.
Oh my God. What was the flavor again? Cheap wine?
Cheap red wine.
Cheap red wine.
And I'm
That's
supposing
beautiful.
it's like, communion wine or something.
That is awesome.
And it says in a special section to reapply frequently, especially during prolonged sin exposure. Okay, yeah, and it does have an SPF of 18.
Oh, hey.
And it really does taste like cheap red wine. Would you like some?
No.
Oh, come on, my lippy
No, I
shit
don't
can
want
touch
some.
your lips.
I have the chicken poop over here.
Oh yeah, you got chicken poop. Nice. I will be posting a picture of that. And still under updates and corrections, several of my ex-member friends contacted me about the games, toys, and books.
Oh, about certain things that they couldn't play with or
Right,
whatever.
and you said you were surprised that they didn't make a Pokemon version of...
Right. You said they couldn't play Pokemon, and I said I'm surprised they didn't do a cult version.
This was after I left.
Okay.
Instead of Trivial Pursuit,
Oh,
it was
no.
In Pursuit of God. And
Oh,
it was
for
all
fuck's
Bible
sake.
facts. It was all Bible facts. So, and then there was another one somebody told me, I can neither confirm or deny, only one person told me, they had a game like Monopoly.
No, they didn't.
Like Monopoly. Okay.
What were you buying?
You couldn't buy places. You converted people.
No. So you would roll the dice and you would land on, say, instead of landing on Boardwalk.
You'd land on Israel. And you would convert everybody to the religion, yes.
Oh, dear God. Does someone have this game?
I wish they did. Like I said, I don't
You're
even...
a big eBay person.
I don't know if it exists. Because only one person told me, and I asked several others, and they're like, oh, I never saw that. So...
It would not surprise me, though.
I'm sure they did, because...
because then they could sell it and make money, so I'm sure it exists.
My elder's friend wife said, ex-wife, said that, they came up with all of this stuff to replace what they were taking from you in the world.
I need to see that game.
I'm looking for somebody who either can confirm, deny pictures. We had somebody ask a question on Facebook last time. I was talking about, we have to do something on purity. Honestly, purity class.
Do next episode?
You always ask me and I never know. You always ask me and I never know.
Okay, the next episode is purity.
I don't know.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Maybe. Anyway, now, Laura, when you have your period, you're flowing.
Okay.
Which is...
actual period.
Your actual period.
Okay.
Now, as soon as the sun goes down, if no more blood comes out of you, because remember, magical things happen at sundown.
Right.
If no more blood comes out of you after sundown, the very next sundown, you've completed 1 day of counting. Because you're
counting that you don't have your period.
Yes, you have to go through 7 clean days without a spot of blood. And then you put on your holy garments, get naked, which I never got this. Why are you naked and wearing your holy garments as you're on your knees saying your prayers and then dunk yourself in water to make yourself clean so your husband can screw you? I don't know.
What?
Yeah. There's flowing and countings. See, somebody asked about that because flowing is way worse than counting.
Right. Well, I knew what that was. I was like, what the hell is counting?
Counting?
That's days you don't have it.
The days after the last time blood came out of you.
Okay.
Now, say you didn't have any discharge after sundown, but you got up that next morning and a tiny little bit
of blood. You got to start over.
At the next sundown, you can start counting again.
Oh, my God.
My first son, they kind of, I guess, tugged on the umbilical cord to remove the, what's it called?
Placenta?
Yeah. And they ripped my cervix a little bit where it was attached. Okay. Out there, sex is everything.
Oh, that was enjoyable.
It didn't hurt. I bled for 140 days.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
When you have a baby boy, you're unclean for 40 days. And then you can have sex.
What if you have a girl?
You're unclean for 80 days because apparently we're nasty. I don't know. But yeah, we were at 140 days. You're not supposed to do doctors. And my ex sent me to a gynecologist.
I was going to say, you're lucky you're not dead.
It was just a tiny tear. It just kept bleeding for 140 days.
Oh my God.
And when I went into the gynecologist, she told me that my cervix was torn, probably from having the baby.
Right.
And she took a septic pencil or something similar and just cauterized where it was still bleeding because she said it never would have healed up.
Right.
I would have been the perpetually menstruating woman. By the way, there is one in the Bible.
Oh my God. Right.
So, yeah.
Oh my God.
Jesus healed the perpetually menstruating woman, by the way. You can all look it up. I'm not into giving you that. Okay. I told y'all last week about a woman who was about to be married off to somebody else, and she really liked this guy, and he really liked her.
Is this the one where, like, the guy creeped in the window?
No.
Okay.
This is the one, she was being set up to be with other people she didn't want to be with.
Okay.
And,
like an arranged marriage.
Yes.
Okay.
And the guy she wanted to be with was not ever in the running. He wasn't even considered.
Okay.
So they purposely, like I said, they fornicated and then they went to their counselors, okay?
Oh, and said, I sinned, I slept with this person.
Yes, so, and to this day, I think they're 23 years of marriage at this point.
Nice.
Okay? But she wanted to let all of the listeners know, because she listens to us, that the dirty deed was done in her father's driveway in the guy's pickup truck that was a stick shift, and an elder lived on either side of the dad. So
she really stuck it to them.
They were sinning to the max.
Oh my God.
I love you, sweetheart. I will talk to you probably on my drive home. This has nothing to do with cults, but rabbits are assholes.
Why?
Chipmunks are okay.
Rabbits are adorable.
Chipmunks are okay. Rabbits are assholes.
Why?
Because one half of my front yard is a strawberry patch.
Oh, that's right. They eat your strawberries.
And the rabbits eat my strawberries. And chipmunks will steal a strawberry and they will eat it, the entire thing. They will spit all the seeds out. That's how I know the chipmunks are eating them.
Oh my God. Those little tiny seeds?
Yes. The chipmunks don't eat the seeds, just like we spit out watermelon seeds. We eat the fruit, not the seed.
Oh my God.
But I came home.
That's actually really adorable.
I surprised the chipmunk who was sitting on my step, and I saw he dropped half the strawberry, and there were seeds all over. Well, I came back a couple hours later. The rest of the strawberry was gone, and I could tell there were more seeds. Chipmunks are cool. Rabbits are assholes. They go in the strawberry patch, and it's like a smorgasbord to them. They're biting off the tender shoots. Next thing you know, there's 5 white strawberries that could have been beautiful laying in the dirt. And then they take 1 to 2 bites out of each beautiful
and leave it there.
Red strawberry. And I have to look at it and go, do you have rabies, motherfucker? If I eat this strawberry, am I going to get rabbit rabies? I actually literally, I weighed them the other day. I had a half a pound of good strawberries without a mark on them. And I had a half a pound of rabbit-riddled crap. Do you know what I bought today?
What? Rabbit away spray?
It was an impulse buy. I'm walking through Walmart.
Was it a spray?
No.
What is it?
I bought an owl.
Like like a fake one, like the eyes move.
An owl,
or something?
an OWL.
Right, but like the eyes move.
Well, it was $9.99, and I picked it up, and it's hollow. You're supposed to fill it with sand or something,
so it doesn't blow over.
And it's a great horned owl. Okay, and I'm like, yeah, I can pay $10 for this. Fear me, rabbits. Okay. Behind it were 2 more, and that was it. There was 3 owls. They were bobbleheads.
Nice.
They move in the breeze.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, me and brother Bob were sitting on the porch last night, and I'm short. I couldn't see over my porch. And he's like, Deb, there's 2 rabbits over there, and there's 2 rabbits over here, and they're converging on your strawberry patch. So I got my squirt gun, and as they would approach the patch, I would squirt them, and they all took off running. I brought you strawberries tonight. That was last night's haul.
Thank you.
I think I am.
All right, want to move on to the Kool-Aid?
What?
The Kool-Aid.
Oh, yeah.
Kool-Aid that we are drinking.
I know, I'm sweating.
Well, it's because you don't have ice in it.
You got yourself ice, but you didn't get me no ice.
The Kool-Aid recipe is Mountain Dew and vodka and some strawberry Kool-Aid that you just sprinkle in. You don't
no sugar.
No sugar.
Nope.
You just sprinkle it in as much as you want. It's actually pretty good.
I'm probably going to take a break here at some point and go get another glass of it because it's pretty damn good.
Okay, we can take a break now.
Do you need to pee or something?
No, but I mean, before we get into
okay,
episode.
well, I read off...
Or do you have more stuff?
Well, no, but when we come back, I read off what Betty said today was, which was...
that whole 5th day, the 6th week, and the 10th month, and
right.
Blah, blah, blah.
Because when you're in the cult, as I explained, it's a totally different world.
Well,
that's why episode is Things We Do Not Say, because we didn't say the days of the week.
And we're going to get into that.
We didn't say the months.
I have the kids' book that teaches them why they don't.
You can't call them kids. Pagan.
Sorry.
You know why you can't call a kid a kid?
Oh, it's a goat or something.
Yeah, because it's a goat.
Because
on the day of judgment, the lambs will be on one side and the goats will be on the other. And in all honesty, my stepsister, either we were visiting up here or she came down there. And she was talking to my ex, and she's like, oh, you have such beautiful kids. And the look of rage across his face.
God's sake.
And he looked at her and said, I have children. I do not have goats. And, it was one of those.
Kiss my ass.
I busted out laughing. And Kristen's sitting there like, what the fuck? Yeah. Anyway, I packed my beer with popsicles tonight, so I'm going to go get some popsicles while we take a break.
Okay.
And we'll be right back to discuss the Omar and everything else. Talk to you in a click. Hi, guys. We're back. We started this episode with Betty. Now, what's funny is when people leave the cult, one of 3 things happen. They either go back to the church that maybe they were Mormon, Catholic, whatever, right?
Okay.
Or they're like Betty, who continues to follow the religion that we were in, but they're not associated with the cult. And then you got the crazies who go looking for something else, like the flat earth people, which we're not even going to get into.
No, let's not.
Okay. Oh, and then there's the 4th category, me, who goes, this is all bullshit.
And I'm going to start a podcast.
You said let's start a podcast. Anyway,
okay.
To quote Betty, she does this all the time. She still follows the old laws and stuff.
Okay.
Today is not Saturday, the 9th of...
No, she still will not say Saturday.
Right.
Correct? Okay.
Right. Oh, and by the way, my most hated day of the year is coming up.
What day?
June 13th.
Oh, 6/13.
6/13. Yeah, it's on calendars everywhere. You open your phone and...
Oh.
Yeah, and you know what? I try and use it
Just
as a
sleep
positive
all day
thing.
Or something.
I have to freaking work. Come on. Anyway, Betty, today's lunar date is the 3rd day of the 4th week, the 24th day of the 2nd moon, and the 38th day of the Omar. Do you know what an Omar is?
Why would I know what an Omar is?
I don't know.
Why the hell would I know? Just, what is an Omar?
Okay.
Who is an Omar? Is it a who or a what?
Well, you could be an Omar, I guess, if you were born over in Saudi Arabia or something. But
Okay. Is it a who or a what?
well, if your name is Omar and you live in Saudi Arabia, it's not the same thing.
But it's okay.
But according to the scriptures,
Okay.
This comes from Leviticus 23, 15, and 16 for anybody who wants to look this stuff up.
Okay.
It's the counting of the Omar. And the Omar are the days between Passover and the Feast of Weeks.
Okay.
And
which means absolutely nothing to me.
Well, because you weren't in the cult. Well, Jewish people would know what I'm talking about. So if you have Jewish friends or you got Google, look it up.
Okay.
But you're required to be at the feast grounds 3 times a year.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Passover is one.
Okay.
Feast of Weeks is another.
Oh, so it's the time between that?
And it's like 49 days. So you have to travel back 49 days later.
Oh, God.
So anyway, we're moving on.
Okay, we're moving on. Now that you were talking about the sun and the moon, this is from the kids' book. It says that God's days always begin and end at the going down of the sun, not at midnight or when the sun rises in the morning. It is only when the sun sets do we see the dawning of a new day.
I have a question.
What?
Okay, in Genesis, God made all this stuff, and on the 4th day, he made the sun. Well, how do you know 4 days went by if there was no sun?
I don't know.
Wasn't
there.
Okay, keep going.
Okay. No, that's just what it was saying. It was saying that basically we go by the sun, whereas the cult goes by the moon.
Yes.
Like we're like, okay, the sun
sunset.
Right. But like us is like, oh, the sun rose at the start of a new day.
Right.
So the cult doesn't do that.
But remember the other day, well, a couple weeks ago, I was telling you about coming over here and I spotted the fingernail moon, the new moon.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
And just like Betty puts out, this is number moon. We didn't use days of the week or months.
We're going to, and you know what? I'm going to tell everyone why and what god and goddesses they were named after.
No, really?
Really? I shit you not.
And then I'll share with you some other shit afterwards.
Well, there's also, you know how you were saying that it's like the first day, the second day, instead of like Sunday, Monday, whatever. There's actually...
And Friday was always prep day.
Oh, you said that prepping
Friday was always known in the cult as prep day because you're preparing for the Sabbath. And as soon as that sun goes down, you can't do another lick of work. Anything you're cooking, even if it's not cooked, you have to shut it off. Sorry, too bad. If you wanted a hot egg, sausage, and breakfast sandwich tomorrow, before Sabbath services, the egg has to be cooked, the meat has to be cooked, your bread has to be toasted if you want it toasted.
But you can put everything together, though.
The next morning, you can put everything that's cooked together and you can reheat it.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, how about that? So reheating is okay.
I often had questions of that because
you're still, what's the difference between reheating and cooking?
No. One of the laws is you are not allowed to kindle a fire, and I don't know what scripture that is.
Okay, but that's like before people had
You're
microwaves.
not allowed to kindle a fire on the microwave. You're not allowed to kindle a fire on the Sabbath.
Okay, which was fine.
In the old days, what they would do is you keep the fire burning.
So you have like the embers?
You have the embers, and you can add wood to it. But
you can't start
You
fire.
cannot start a fire on the Sabbath.
So you can't start
And
the
now
microwave.
here's another one that I don't like my shit done in the microwave, okay?
Okay.
So I would heat the already scrambled eggs up for breakfast sandwiches in a skillet, okay?
And you were allowed to do that?
I didn't understand it.
Or you just didn't care?
I was allowed to do it. And here's another one that I didn't speak up because I don't like my food microwaved. But I'm lighting my stove. That stove wasn't burning all night. The burner.
Right.
So I'm actually kindling a fire to heat the breakfast sandwiches.
Right.
So
there's no difference.
Again, it's another one that it worked in my favor, so I didn't talk to the counselors about it,
Gotcha.
Yeah. Keep going.
Gotcha. Okay. So we will post a picture of this. It's a blank calendar for the children to fill out and learn first day, second day, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Now, going back to the moons and the crescent moon and whatever, it says, for each new moon, draw the picture of the crescent moon after it has been seen. If you have not seen it because of bad weather, ask your parents or guardians whether it has been sighted and if your date is correct.
Yeah, they used to start sighting the new moon in different countries because they get the moon before us.
Okay.
And we would actually know whether the moon had been sighted or not. And like I said, we were all standing there on the property looking for the new moon, and yeah.
Well, that's what it says here. It says, God's new moon is set according to actual personal observation of the crescent moon seen in the western horizon. When the crescent new moon is sighted, then day number 1 of that particular moon begins.
Yes.
Now, does that mean that particular month? Is that kind of what it means?
Yes, we went by 13 moons.
Okay.
And that also set the feast days. The moon set everything.
Okay.
So, would you like to hear some of the words that we were not allowed to say?
Sure.
Okay. Words that you weren't allowed to say, they gave them substitute words. Okay.
So sort of like how Monday would be substituted with
First day.
First day. Okay.
Now, the thing I hated the most, nails on the blackboard, was breakfast food. Because you weren't allowed to say the word cereal. We're out of cereal. We need more cereal.
Because of a god or goddess, I'm sure, right? Everything comes down to a god or a goddess.
Yes. Cereal is named after the goddess of the grain, Ceres.
Okay.
That's where cereal comes from. Okay. Breakfast food. Why couldn't they call it fucking Cheerios, Cocoa Puffs?
So you would get in trouble if you said, "Hey, I had Cheerios for breakfast."
If I had cereal.
But you could say Cheerios, though, right?
Right, but the word they substituted was breakfast food.
Oh, I gotcha.
I have breakfast food. Oh, that one nails on a blackboard. We already talked about the word kid with my stepsister.
Yep.
Okay. You were not allowed to say the word favorite. You had to say best liked.
Oh, dear God.
Okay.
Why?
Because
what
these
god
are the
was
rules
favorite?
of the cult.
But what do you know? Was there a god or a goddess named favorite?
I really wanted to wait and do this episode until I actually had the words.
Well, then we
do
can
not
come
say
back
pamphlet.
to it. Well, then we can come back to it.
It's a culty corrections and update thing. Okay. Because like I have a lot of ex-members that do listen to this, and they either text me, message me, call me, and things I make mistakes on or I get wrong, they let me know.
Okay.
Like the drinking of the blood, you know what I mean?
Okay, so whoever is listening that knows why you cannot say the word favorites, let us know.
I could not ask you for a favor, Laura. I would have to say, can you do me a kindness?
And I would laugh in your face.
Laura, can you do me a kindness?
No, I can't.
Okay, you couldn't say the word pancake.
Oh, why? Oh, God, the pan.
The pan guy. The pan guy, the little goat guy who plays the flute thing.
The little pan flute.
Yes. You had to call them flapjacks.
Oh, God. Move on.
You're calling on God. You're going to get kicked out of the cult,
what?
Laura. Okay, you could not ask anybody if they had a cornbread pan. Do you have
let me figure out. Hold on. Corn. Oh, pan god.
Right, but what instead of a cornbread pan, what would you call it?
A cornbread maker?
Mold. A cornbread
God.
mold. Okay, I have often said my youngest son will not use the word happened. What happened? What happened?
Because the god Hap.
Yep, it's what occurred. Okay?
That's so stupid.
And I could not come up to you, Laura, and say, I am so freaking happy. Okay? Because you can't use the word happy. Everything is joyous. You're joyous.
How about glad?
I don't know. And you couldn't use the word good.
What?
You couldn't use the word good.
Why? Is it too close to God?
Well, it's a derivative of God.
Oh, jeez. It's an extra O.
Right, but the derivative of good morning is God morning. And it just became
This
good.
is really testing my patience.
I think you need to
This
drink
is
more Kool-Aid.
really testing my patience.
I think you really need to drink more Kool-Aid. And to this day, I say, oh my word, because you're not allowed to say, oh my God. So you had to train yourself to say, oh my word, when you were surprised.
What, like you're in the South in the 40s or something?
I'm just telling you, in the cult, it was oh my word. It was not oh my God. Anyway, one of the last things I pretty much have to say on this subject, unless you spark my shit.
Go for it.
My homework book is, everything's just about crossed out.
Go for it.
But back to new people, okay? I told you I was playground police, and
Right.
if a kid was making a birthday cake, I had to take the parent and give him the birthday.
We do not celebrate birthdays.
Exactly. So you are really highly encouraged to talk to new people and make them feel welcome. Now, I'm talking to you. You've only been there for 3 or 4 days. And you use the word favorite because I say, hey, I'm making stuffed shells tonight.
Okay.
And you're like, oh my gosh,
That's my
those are my
favorites.
favorite. And I have to look at you and go, Laura, have you read the pamphlet Words We Do Not Say? And you would either look at me and say,
What the hell are you
I
talking about?
have the pamphlet, I haven't read it yet, or I've read part of it. Or you would say, I didn't know one existed. Anyway,
Did anyone ever say to you, what the hell are you talking about?
No. No, because then again, I have to drag you into the sanctuary and take you to the wall of propaganda, and I have to hand you
Gotcha.
the pamphlet of Words We Do Not Say. And my job is done. Do you see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So
then you run back outside to the next person to make sure they're not saying blasphemous words.
exactly.
Oh my God.
Words
Okay.
We Do Not Say. Go for it. I'm
Okay.
done. My homework
All
book's done.
So we'll go back to the days of the week because Sunday was first day, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So Sunday is named after the sun god, which is why you don't use it.
Exactly.
Monday is after the moon goddess.
Exactly.
Okay. Tuesday is named after the god Tyr or Tyr, Tyr.
Tyr.
Who sacrificed his hand in order to protect his city's safety. Did
I
you
don't
know that?
recall. But you know what? People can look
Sure.
that up. We all have Google.
Wednesday is named after the god Odin, who gave up one of his eyes to be put into the well of wisdom to allow him to see more clearly into the future.
Thursday's for Thor with his
Yep.
big badass hammer.
Yep, the mighty hurler of thunderbolts.
Now,
says.
wait a minute. If the Hulk can pick up anything, can the Hulk pick up Thor and his hammer? Because
Maybe.
Thor's the only one that can pick up his hammer. Right?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't do comic books? I thought
I
you were a
don't.
geeky girl.
I like Doctor Who. I don't care about comic books. Sorry.
All right. Keep going.
Friday is named after the
Frigga!
god- Yes, bingo.
And that's why we were not allowed to say, what the frig?
Okay.
Because you can't say, what the fuck in the cult.
Okay, wait. Look at the picture they have next to her.
Oh my gosh.
They have a picture of a clown. It has nothing to do with the goddess. It's a creepy ass clown. And then Saturday is named after what?
Saturn.
Yes. Saturn, who was responsible for a bountiful harvest and showed people of the earth how to grow and
Stuff.
Stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Yes. So then we went over the calendar thing. So now for the months.
The
what did
months
you
are
guys do for
all
months?
pagan.
So instead of January, what would you say?
You would have to refer back to Betty Henry's thing. I have totally so forgot how we do that.
Okay, but it's obviously you would not say January.
No, we
Or
went
any
by
of
the
the months.
moons. We went by the days, the weeks, the moons type thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
Well, would you like to know the gods and goddesses that the months are?
I really don't, but I'm sure our listeners would.
Well, some of them are like really funny. Like January is from
Janice,
Yes,
the
bingo.
two-faced god.
Yes. See, you
Because
remember.
I'm born in January. See,
And it says-
am I two-faced?
No.
Have I ever been two-faced?
No.
Okay.
But Janus is.
I
And-
know.
And he's also the god of doorways and gates.
Exactly.
Bingo. There you go.
God of doorways and gates.
Now, February comes from not a god or a goddess, but a festival. Did you
I
know
don't
that?
know this one.
A festival on the 15th. It's a purification festival
Oh, sure. Purity class again.
called Februa. And there's a Roman god, Februus, who is named after the festival.
Okay.
So there you are.
Well, let's go to March.
March is what? Do you know?
I don't know. The Ides of
God
March?
Mars.
Oh, okay.
So God Mars. Then April has to do with the word, I guess the Latin word for open, because the flowers are opening.
Okay.
Go figure. I don't know.
Latin's pagan? I didn't know
It
that.
says the Latin word. It's derived from it.
Okay.
Everything's derived from freaking Latin.
Well, not everything, but
We'll pretend it is.
sort of. Hey, the Tower of Babel came from God because everybody was building a tower to try
Right,
and
and they
reach
babble.
God.
That's where the word babble comes from.
Right, but God came down and he struck down this tower, right? And scattered everybody everywhere, right?
And they have different languages.
What do you think God thinks of the space station at this point?
I
I mean, that's got to be taller than the Tower of Babel ever fucking was.
I don't know.
Anyway, keep going.
I don't know.
Keep going.
Okay, do you know where the name May comes from? The month of May.
No.
The Roman goddess Maya.
Oh, the Mayan people.
So she's the goddess of spring, identified with the earth.
Okay.
And then June comes from
Juniper.
Juno.
Oh, yeah. You got a June and a Juno. That's two. One's a female and one's a male.
Oh,
June and
okay.
a Juno. Is it out on there?
No, it says Juno, the Roman. Oh, Juno. It says Juno is the Roman goddess of marriage and the queen of the gods.
There's a June and a Juno.
Maybe
One's a
she
male,
goes-
one's a female.
Oh, okay.
But the goddess and goddess of the same thing.
Okay. Then it goes into a bunch of like really confusing shit about the different calendars. You know how like some people use
The Roman calendar.
Right. They're saying July was named in honor of Julius Caesar.
Could have been.
Then August was after his grandnephew Augustus. Yes. Then after that, September meaning 7 because it was the old calendar, which was the 7th month.
Could be.
Then October 8.
You know what? I
That
bet
makes
you
a
there's
lot of
people
sense.
that make
November 9,
this life
December
thing.
10.
There's probably people that make their life dissecting calendars, and they get paid for it.
Oh, I'm sure they do. But it makes sense. September 7, October 8.
Yep, octagon.
That's what I'm saying.
Octagons,
It makes a lot of
eight-sided.
sense.
Yes.
So there's a little lesson for you about your gods and goddesses, which you're like, I don't get.
Hey, I put a flow chart out there on Friday. I mean, how many gods do you want to follow? A ton of them, one or none. I mean, and it gives you
Oh
the
my
flow
god,
chart.
that was so funny. I loved it. Do you like hummus? That was the best.
I don't even know what hummus is.
You know, it's made
Dana
from
told
chickpeas.
me.
It's
Dana?
made from chickpeas.
Okay, well, why would you want to be Jewish and eat hummus?
Because hummus is really good.
It doesn't even sound good. It
Oh,
doesn't
it's
even
delicious.
look good.
It's so delicious. Oh my god.
You feed it to
Oh, you burped! Oh my god! Oh my god! You don't even realize you did that, did you?
No. Like,
Holy shit!
all my friends tell me I'm talking sometimes, and it just let it
You
ride.
had no idea you did that.
It's a part of life, Laura.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't wait to hear this when I'm
No,
editing.
it's oh my word, oh my
No,
word,
it's oh my
word.
God.
It was
It's
pagan,
oh my
pagan,
God,
pagan,
because you-
pagan.
Burped right into the damn microphone.
Did you smell it?
Jesus, no! Oh, you are so gross.
What are we?
Oh my god.
It's oh my word.
No, it's oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my god. What, you want to burp again?
I can burp as many times. Would you like me to burp the alphabet?
No.
I'm finishing my second beer and I had Kool-Aid. Come on.
Oh my god, that was so damn funny. Oh my god.
I'm sweating to death.
I am too. Well, we're just about done. So I don't have anything else to say about the months or the days
Years
of the
and
week,
gods
the
and
years
goddesses
moons
and stuff and
suns all
whatnot
that
and
stuff.
shit and this and that and the other thing.
Exactly. But we can go into our promo that we're talking about another podcast. We're going to like
I don't even know what to say. I'm still all off kilter from the burp mark.
from the what?
Burp remark.
I thought you said birthmark. I'm like, what are you talking
Burp.
about?
I said burp mark.
Burp.
But
Oh, for the love of God. No, it really is too hot in here. Holy hell. Would you like to hear about the podcast that we are going to talk about?
are we
and
done
play the
talking
promo?
about
I don't know,
words
are
we do not say?
Do you have any more?
I really don't like the C word.
Well, no one does, but that's not...
Actually, I think people in other countries have no problem
Australia
with it.
doesn't. I
I
believe.
was going to say that, but I didn't want to be the one
believe-
responsible for saying Australia says the C word and has no problem
No,
with
I
it.
have a friend in Australia, and that's just kind of like a word they use. They just use it.
Would they call you it?
I mean, jokingly they would, but to them it's not offensive.
Gotcha.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like when they use it, it's like almost the same as like you asshole. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like along the same
It's
levels.
not as offensive.
It's not as a no.
Do you know what I don't get, Laura? People find words offensive, but they don't find inequality, all these other things.
Oh, we could do a whole episode on this.
Okay,
words are letters put together.
Exactly.
Words are just letters put together.
They're
and people
sounds
get
that
so
you
pissed
choose
off.
to be offended by.
So, yeah, someone will be offended by a word, but then they'll go and they'll treat someone like shit.
Yes.
And that's okay.
No, it's not.
Oh, I'm just being hypothetical here.
Guys, we're all gonna die. Spread kindness everywhere you can. That shit don't cost fucking nothing.
Just don't be a dick. How about that?
Yeah, don't be an asshole.
Don't be a dick.
You don't need the 10 Commandments. 4 words. Don't be an asshole. So, anyway, I guess I'm done. I guess you can give the promo.
Well, you be a little happier about it.
Well, I hate getting done. This is like my favorite part of the week.
Well, we can start planning for the next one.
Yeah. I'm trying to
As long
stop
as you're not
doing
burping.
that.
As long as you're not burping, I don't care.
You know what? I
you
think
do.
I'm going to burp once every episode just to piss you off. Seriously.
And people can take bets. Is it going to be in the first third of the episode, the second third, or the
You know,
end?
the first one you called me out on, it was so tiny.
This one
It
was
was
a
so
belch.
tiny.
This one was like a belch from like a 400-pound guy.
I can do better. You know what?
No.
Next time, I'm going to work on a really good one that goes... "Brrr, rah, rah, rah." Yeah. Yeah. I can out-burp some dudes.
Oh my God. If anybody else out there feels they can out-burp people, have a conversation with Debbie on Facebook.
Nice.
Oh, you burpers.
It is
Oh, no.
what it is.
You snorters.
I'm allowed. I inhaled, snorted. Anyway, we have we're promoting somebody this week.
Yes, we are. It is called Ignorance Was Bliss.
Ignorance is always bliss.
I know. It is.
And when you undo the bliss, it sucks.
And it is a podcast about crime and psychology. So all you true crime people out there, this is one for you.
I haven't listened to it yet. It's on my list.
I'm telling you, this is a good one. And Kate is a forensic psychologist.
Nice.
So she knows what she's talking about.
She went to college.
She did. And the episode that she just put out that I listened to it is about the wrestler Christopher Benoit.
Never heard of him.
And, well, he murdered his wife and son. And
How can you murder your own kid?
Well, they're talking about brain and, like, traumatic brain injury from wrestling, having your brain, like, all the damage it does.
Yes.
So basically, it's kind of like, was he really guilty because of his brain damage? Whatever.
That's a good one.
But this is a true crime, so everyone out there, which I know if you like cults, you like true crime. I mean, that's a given. So give Ignorance Was Bliss a listen. Her name is Kate, and she does a great job.
We got to talk about all of the shit that went on in the cult that was illegal, immoral, and shady at some point.
How about we'll just do it called Shady as Shit will be the episode title.
Shady as shit. I got a bunch of them written down that I come up with, but
Oh, that would be good.
shady as shit, yeah.
Like
Because
that.
they're shady as shit out there.
Well, I know that.
There's payoffs, there's this, that, and the other thing.
Well, it sounds like it's all about money.
It is.
It's all about money.
and
Anyway,
pedophilia and other things.
nice. That's perfect.
No, it's not nice. It's actually sickening.
Sarcasm.
See, people should be offended about that kind of thing instead of the C word.
And you're preaching to the choir.
All right, guys. Well, I guess this is Deb.
And this is Laura.
And we'll talk at you next time.
We will see you next week.
We're not going to see them. We're going to
Oh,
talk
God, well,
at
we
them.
will talk to you next week.
We don't even talk to them because they can't talk back to us. We talk at them.
Okay, we talk at them. So we will talk at you next week. And hang on and listen to the promo for Ignorance Was Bliss. This is Laura.
This is Debbie. Bye, guys.
Bye.
That's horrible.
That's true,
So strange.
usually.
I can't imagine what that's like.
Do you want to?
That could never happen to me.
It might.
Lock him away. He's pure evil. Or insane.
Or human. My name's Kate. I have worked as a forensic psychologist as well as in prisons and as a crisis clinician. My job was to figure out who gets locked up and who gets a key. To find the humanity in inhumane situations. So, are you sure you really want to know?
Yeah? Maybe.
Because by the end of the episodes, you just might end up thinking...
I felt better before I knew that.
You can find me at IWB Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, sometimes Instagram, or you can email me at iwbpodcast@gmail.com.